What's good, folks? This is your boy Z here. And, you know what I'm saying? This is going, shouts out to the LA Clippers. This goes out to the Clippers fans. Shouts out to the Clippers homepage on Facebook. Okay? I'm going to get to y'all a little later. But I want to say, man, to the Clippers, yeah, good job. Like, this is a great win. This has been actually a good season for a team that everybody thought wasn't going to make the playoffs. Everybody thought they was going to tank because they had an unprotected first-round draft pick that they traded for. And everybody thought that when Tobias Harris, Mike Scott, and Boban was going, that was finished for us. Like, no, Doc Rivers basically encouraged his players to want to give an effort to make the playoffs, man. Don't give up. He basically encouraged everybody not to give up. Don't ever settle for last. And that's what I like in a coach. That's what I like in a leader. Doc Rivers deserves every credit that he's supposed to be getting. You know what I'm saying? He deserves credit for this season. The way he simply has Lou Williams, you know what I'm saying? The way he got Lou Williams playing. Lou Williams is getting his third six-man award of his career. He's basically the best six-man of all time. The man passed up Dale Curry in all time. He basically surpassed Dale Curry's all-time record. And that's Steph's daddy. That's the one who taught Steph most of everything what he knows. Okay? He passed up Dale Curry, the Hall of Famer Dale Curry. Okay? And then on top of that, look at Gallinari. This is Gallinari's best season that he's had since leaving the Denver Nuggets. Gallinari didn't do too well when he was on Denver. And yeah, a lot of it was injuries. But having Doc Rivers over here, since he's been around Doc Rivers, Gallo has been playing very well. Gallo's been averaging 28 points. Okay? And then on top of that, look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. To me, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should actually be Rookie of the Year. And I'm not just saying that because he's a Clipper, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander since Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been in the starting lineup for the Clippers. And ever since they basically they bumped Patrick Beverley, because Patrick Beverley actually gave up his starting point guard role. Patrick Beverley was a starting point guard, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was able to be point guard because Patrick Beverley basically taught him and mentored him. Beverley took the time to show, Shai the ropes and show Shai how to run the court. And Shai has actually worked out very well. Since Doc made him the starting point guard, the Clippers are literally in the playoffs. They're looking just as good as when Chris Paul had them. Yeah, when Chris Paul had us, when we had Chris Paul, it was a high record, of course. But again, for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to be a rookie and lead his team to the playoffs, that counts for a whole lot because the other rookies are not in the playoffs. You look at Trae Young and Luka Doncic, who are supposedly the top performing rookies, neither one of them are in the playoffs like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. Yeah, I'm not going to take nothing away from Trae Young. He's balling. Trae Young is having a very good season, no doubt. He's having a phenomenal season. But Trae Young is having a great season. You know what I'm saying? But Trae Young's team is even though he's having a good season, his team is still at the bottom. The Hawks are still tanking for more first round draft picks that they got to build their team around. So the Hawks is basically a rebuilding team. You looked at the Mavericks, right? Luka Doncic, on paper, had the better team than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Mavericks was actually supposed to make the playoffs. But things with DeAndre Jordan didn't turn out as the way they wanted to. Okay, Wesley Matthews is not playing the way he should be playing. He's actually playing better with Nate McMillan than he is on Rick Carlisle. Which is shocking. Considering Rick Carlisle is a championship coach. That's the one thing that surprised me. And then on top of that, you look at the stats Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has. He has just as many stats as them two. Okay, like that's the one thing you gotta understand. Like, yeah, if Shai Gilgeous don't get rookie of the year, he's gonna be a first all-team rookie. But again, man, I would deem him rookie of the year. I would put him above Trae Young and Doncic for the simple fact that his team was not projected to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody thinking about the Clippers. Of course, you know what I'm saying, they had other teams ahead of them. Of course, the Lakers with LeBron was going to make the playoffs, but then that didn't turn out well. Then he's played just as good as any other point guard for his position. So, to me, with that being said, man, I gotta give it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, rookie deal. But look at how Doc Rivers has developed him. Shai is actually a better version of Rondo, because Shai automatically has a 3-point shot on him. Rondo was not shooting threes like he is now. When Rondo came into the league as a Boston Celtic, when Doc Rivers had Rondo the first time, Rondo was not hitting threes like that. Shai actually Shai is actually a better. I would put him a slightly better 3-point shooter than Rondo. But again, man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's almost to me, he's a steal. Okay, and that's who Doc is using, that Jerry West put together. And then you look at Landry Shamet, another one, man. Shamet has fit in perfectly with this team. Okay, with this system, he goes well. He fits in well with them. I'm not gonna put him on Ray Allen status or anything like that, because the only one close to Ray Allen on that team is Lou Williams. But Landry Shamet, for the time he's had to work with coming in the trade deadline, he's already been playing well for us. And then Zubac, man, look how good he has Zubac playing. Doc Rivers has Zubac playing better than when he was with the Lakers. And I'm gonna get to the Lakers in just a little later on. I'm gonna get to them on a separate video, because I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why Magic Johnson stepped down. It's very obvious. But again, man, y'all gotta keep your heads up, man. Clipper fans, this is basically phase 1 of the process. This is basically phase 1. Phase 1 was basically get to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Phase 1, this is phase 1 right now. Get to the playoffs and give these young players experience. Okay? Give Gallinari, Montrezl Harrell, okay, Zubac, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jerome Robinson. Okay, give these guys more playoff experience. You know, Jermichael Green, Garrett Temple, you know what I'm saying? Give them more time to develop. That's what this is all about. Giving these young rookies, these younger players, a taste of the playoff experience. So then when we pick up 2 big free agents, when we get the guys we're going to get in free agency, this team will be ready for a championship. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this Clipper team is basically where the Warriors was in 2014. I got a feeling we're right where Steph, Clay, and Draymond and Andrew Bogut was when they the year before Steve Kerr came and they won a championship. Except Doc Rivers ain't got to worry about losing his job, because he's not in the same boat that Mark Jackson was in. See, there was other reasons why Mark Jackson got fired, and it was deep. It was more than basketball. Okay, and I don't want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I already described in my other videos how you can find that out. But again, he's not in the same boat Mark Jackson in. He's in a totally different situation. Okay. And again, man, Doc is the better coach of Mark Jackson, because Doc has already won the 2 NBA Finals as a head coach. But again, man, the Clippers are basically they're basically the Golden State Warriors before the Warriors became a dynasty team they are today. All right, so this series we about to go into, because we getting ready to play Golden State. Speaking of our first round opponent, we playing them anyway. This is all about experience. This season is all about getting these guys ready for next year. Because next year, I feel it'll be the year that the Clippers make a run for the finals. Okay? So again, you gotta like what Doc Rivers has been able to do with this roster. Because this was not a team that was expected to make the playoffs. Even Brian Windhorst, everybody thought, okay, the Clippers gonna tank, so they can not only get 2 first-round draft picks, but they can also get 2 free agents. But no, Doc Rivers said no, man. Doc Rivers said, well, we can still compete. We still got Lou Williams. We still got Gallinari. We still got Pat Beverly. We can still compete. Why do we have to settle for not making the playoffs when we can show everybody? We can show everybody that we are a good team, that we can be successful, we can win. And again, man, that tells me Doc Rivers don't like giving up. And even last year, man, Doc Rivers did finish well. He was almost in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Had Gallinari been healthy, okay. And again, I'm not gonna blame injuries. I'm not gonna make injuries as excuses. But again, he did play well last year. Last year, he finished with a decent record. Okay. And we understand injuries happen, but still, man, had Doc Rivers had the roster he had this year that he had last year, yeah, the Clippers would have still been in the playoffs. Had we not had Chris Paul decided to take the $200 million, and stayed with the Clippers, we would have still made the playoffs. So that I could be that I'm sure of, man. Like, y'all gotta understand it, man. Doc is a playoff coach. This man does not like this man hates it when he's not in the playoffs. So the fact that Doc Rivers was able to get this roster together, and the fact that Jerry West was able to make the deals he's made, because thanks to Jerry West, we have Zubac. You know, Magic Johnson got finessed into making that deal. Him and Rob Pelinka. We basically gave up players for nothing. We basically gave up nothing for Zubac. I'm gonna be honest, man. Muscala didn't hardly do nothing. He hasn't done anything in Philadelphia. He hasn't done anything with the Lakers. So we basically gave up 1 for 2. Now Beasley, I told you about Michael Beasley. He was never going on. Michael Beasley is not in mentally is not in the right place. He's mentally not ready for basketball anymore. He mentally can't play anymore. But anyway, but again, man, we did well, and then we traded and look who we gave up for Temple and Jamaica Green. All we had to do was give up Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley wasn't helping us at all. Avery Bradley wasn't doing much of nothing. And even last year, he was missing last year in action because of injuries. But Bradley wasn't fitting in too much with that roster. We got enough guards as it is, and look how that turned out. Jamaica Green and Temple wound up being better for us anyway, because we needed forwards. We needed size in that forward position. That's one thing the Clippers was lacking, was forward depth. We didn't have enough good forwards, healthy forwards, in the last 4 or 5 seasons. You know, Gallinari and Jamaica Green and Garrett Temple, they gave us what we were lacking in the forward position. 3-point shooting and guys with size that can defend the paint. Okay? And even Montrezl Harrell, look how he's doing, man. Look at what Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers was able to turn Montrezl Harrell into the Ben Wallace of that team. You see a lot of Ben Wallace and Montrezl Harrell, and Montrezl Harrell even said it. I'm modeling my game after Ben Wallace. A lot of what I am comes from Ben Wallace. He said this already. Okay, so again, man, I like the roster. I like what Lawrence Frank and Mike Ranger have done. You know, said Steve Ballmer giving Lawrence Frank and Mike Ranger the GM and president position was the best thing for this team that could have ever happened. Because Donald Sterling was not going to make them type of moves. I'm telling you that now. That's why Sterling gave Doc Rivers all that power, because he was lazy. He was too lazy to hire an actual president and actual GM that can run, that can make those decisions. So y'all got to understand why the Clippers were struggling, because they didn't have the right management behind it. Doc Rivers was overran with too many decisions. Too much decision making. And this is why Doc Rivers didn't get the players we needed. He traded first-round draft picks for veteran guys who were basically up in age. Grant Hill and Caron Butler, those guys were too old. Caron Butler was already past his prime by the time he got to the Clippers, because he already had a lot of mileage on him from his Wizard days. So Caron Butler already had a long career. That man was with the Wizards, and he was on the Dallas Mavericks before he came to the Clippers. So Caron Butler was already, you know what I'm saying, like by the time he got to us, the dude couldn't last that long, man. He just really couldn't, man. He was wearing down. He started getting hurt. And for we all know, man, injuries have been a problem with the Clippers anyway. But still, man, no excuses. Not a single player on that team made excuses. Doc Rivers didn't make excuses at all. None, man. Now, even when we lost, when Blake Griffin and Chris Paul was always hurt, we was always losing in the first or second round, and we lost to either Portland, OKC, or even Utah. Still, man, no excuses. Even losing to the Rockets, no excuses, man. And that's what I like about Rivers. No, Doc, it's better for Doc just to coach anyway. And yeah, Doc got a lot of controversy behind his decision making. People didn't like the fact he paid his son out of money, but again, that's no different than LeVar Ball paying for Lonzo Ball to play for all his teams. That's no different than for LeVar Ball having all 3 of his sons on his ABA team, along with other young boys, other little kids on that team. Yet nobody complained. But again, that's in the past. Doc Rivers has since then been able to recover from that. So that's what I like about where this Clippers team is headed. Because I'm being honest, man, we getting ready to bring in a free agent. Because there's a chance we can even get Kevin Durant, despite us paying him in the first round. Because I've already told y'all already, man. I let people know that The Warriors cannot play can't play Kevin Durant the money they finna play Klay Thompson. Boogie Cousins is finna leave. Durant is finna leave. Durant might not even join Brooklyn Nets, to be honest with y'all. There's a chance he might not even go over there. He might not go to any of the New York teams. Because the Clippers already have a better coach than the Brooklyn Nets have, and with a much better roster. The Clippers actually have veteran players like Lou Williams and Pat Beverly that will fit Kevin Durant a little bit better. Because Brooklyn has a completely young team. DeAndre Russell and the whole starting lineup are all first-round draft picks. Most of all of them. Except for, I think, DeMarre Carroll. I don't think DeMarre Carroll is a first-round draft pick. He might have been. But again, except for DeMarre Carroll, that team is completely young. Okay? Those are mostly all first-rounders. The whole starting lineup are first-rounders. Okay? So again, man, Brooklyn did well, but no, Durant's not going to Brooklyn. He might not even go to the Knicks, because Jeff Van Gundy just quit the team, or Hornacek. Yeah, I think Jeff Hornacek quit. I think it's Van Gundy or Hornacek. One of them just quit that Knicks organization. So Knicks already have too many problems as it is with the management. Yeah, it was Van Gundy, because Larry Fizdale was the coach. No, Van Gundy just quit that team. The Knicks still don't got proven players yet. Yeah, you got DeAndre Jordan, but that's not good enough. Durant's going to go somewhere where he can actually win another championship. He can lead a team to a championship, and Knicks don't have that yet. The Knicks don't even have Porzingis. You traded him, which I still don't understand why. So no, if I'm Kevin Durant, why go to the New York Knicks when the LA Clippers still have the better team? They still have the better roster. You know, that's the one thing I still don't understand it. But no, Durant might not go to the Knicks. He might decide to give the Clippers another visit, since it's the closest. It's still in California. We the closest destination. He's already said he's not going to go to the Lakers. So y'all can forget that now. He's not going to go. He's not going to join LeBron. All right. And even Kawhi Leonard is still a possibility. There's a chance Kawhi Leonard's not going to stay in Toronto. So y'all got to be excited for what's going on right now. For us to get 48 wins again, man, great season. And basically, I want to thank Ralph Lawler, for having a great career as being a Clippers commentator. I would like to thank Ralph. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna miss Ralph a lot. I miss him saying bingo when we hit the 3. But again, man, like, great. This dude's a Hall of Fame. He's an NBA Hall of Famer, no doubt. At least the Clippers have at least one name retired in the rafters, and that's Ralph Lawler. And that's Ralph. Ralph's name is going to be retired in the Staples Center on the Clippers' behalf, because he gave us 40 years of good commentary. 40 years. You know, that's something that can't be taken away. That man has basically announced he's commentated some of the best, greatest Clipper games that we've seen since before and after Lob City. Okay, so again, man, he's retired officially, but again, man, I'm gonna miss him dearly. And here's to the Clippers on that fan page. Now, I apologize if I offended some people, because it's not like I'm trying to be bossy or nothing like that. It's not that I'm trying to tell anybody what to do. It's just I don't want to be seeing posts that's not Clipper related. Again, that's the Clippers fan page, all right? So we need to be posting things that pertains to the Clippers. If you post another team, it ain't got nothing to do with our team, or that's not a team we're playing against that week, you don't need to be posting that all the time. I'll clear. Since this season started, right, I've been seeing a whole lot of Laker posts from the same particular people. I'm not going to name names or nothing like that, but you know who y'all are. We don't need to keep seeing that, man. I don't want to, like I said, this is not a Lakers page. Yeah, Max Johnson has stepped down and LeBron is struggling. What's that got to do with us? And then you got players that have been posted that's not even Clippers. Like, I don't want to see no J.J. Redick, no Tobias Harris. I don't want to see Bobo and Lance Stevenson no more. Those guys are not Clippers anymore. All right? You understand the Lakers are the rival team, but just remember, man, we got to stay humble right now. Because I got a feeling, man, the Clippers are going to go to the finals. And when we go to the finals, I don't want the Clippers to choke again because of bad karma. You know, I don't want the Clippers to I don't want the Clippers to lose another championship. I want them to lose to the finals. I want them to have a good NBA finals where we actually win our first championship title. But before we get our first championship title, remember, man, we got to remain humble. Because we are one of the only teams without an NBA ring. Okay, we don't have a championship. The Lakers got championships already. We don't. Even Milwaukee, man. You see Milwaukee now. Milwaukee hasn't got to the finals in over 4 years, but they at least have a ring to show for it. We still don't have a ring yet. So let's just remember that. Let's keep that in mind. I understand y'all want to pick on the Lakers and this and that. Y'all try to get bashed by the Lakers. But again, man, wait till we at least get a ring and start really getting cocky like that. Let's at least win one NBA championship. Let's at least win a Western Conference title before we can start talking. Because my thing is, I'm not gonna start talking. I'm not gonna really start bragging until we get to we get out the Western Conference Finals. Until we get at least get to the finals. I want to show everybody that the Clippers are not the same team we once was in the last 40 years. I want to show everybody that we can be a team that doesn't win a championship can't win. We can't be just as successful as anybody else. And we're not the Charlotte Hornets. We're not the Sacramento Kings. We're better than them. All right. But no, man. Let's keep it humble. Now, I'm not telling y'all can post what y'all want to post, but remember, man, if it's not a Clippers, it's not about the LA Clippers, then it don't need to be on our wall. I don't want to keep seeing that. Because at the end of the day, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, they're not on our Clipper team. They're not on our organization right now. Let's just keep that in mind. Tobias Harris and Boban Marjanovic, they're on the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly is Philly. Philly is not LA. That's not the Clippers East. Ain't no such thing as the Clippers East. It's the LA Clippers and that's it. Yeah, we share the same with the Lakers, but we're not the Lakers. All right? Yeah, we did better than the Lakers this season. Remember, that's just one season. Yeah, the Lakers been down the last 6 years, but that again, man, that's not us. They got rings already. They got championships already. They got Hall of Fame players retired already. They got banners. We don't hardly have banners. We only got a couple of division banners, and that's it. To me, man, we don't deserve to be really talking like that or get cocky like that. In my book. All right? We haven't earned the right we haven't earned that right yet. We have not earned it yet. And I understand a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. And again, I'm just speaking to my friend. I'm just speaking to the Clippers fan page on Facebook that I'm a part of. This is who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you guys. From the post I said yesterday. Yeah, I said it, man. We haven't won anything yet. We haven't won a Western Conference title yet. We haven't won an NBA championship yet. We cannot afford to be getting cocky right now or arrogant. Especially talking against a team that's not even in the playoffs. The Lakers are not in the playoffs, all right? LeBron James, this is the first time in like 13 years where LeBron is not making a playoff series. He shouldn't be on our mind right now. Right now, I'm worried about the Warriors. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about if we could even get a game in there. Because we could just easily be swept in the NBA Finals. And once again, when we get swept, we're going to get all these Laker fans bashing us. Talking about us. But then again, they have every right to it because, again, they have NBA championships. We don't. Okay? So just keep that in mind. When y'all want to talk, y'all want to make fun of Magic Johnson, you want to bash the Lakers, just remember, we don't have a ring yet. We don't have a title yet. Y'all don't like it when they pick at us. So don't do the same thing yet, man. Wait till you get a ring. Wait till you win the NBA championship. Then we can talk, okay? Millions, folks, man, that's the video, man. Again, man, to all the Clipper fans around the world, to all LA who's a Clipper fan, again, man, keep your heads up, man. We did very good for ourselves. This has been a very good season. Because we exceeded all expectations, okay? Anyways, folks, that's the video, man. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.